Just ride. Just ride. Me and the homies. Acting a fool. Me and the homies. Tripping. Really tripping. Me and the homies. Just ride.
You know what I
Just
haven't done in a long
ride.
time? Play FIFA.
Just ride.
When I used to remember that how good I was top what the top percentile in the United States, and I kind of fell off. That's kind of crazy.
No, I
Remember
haven't
when
done it in a long time.
remember when my FIFA obsession was crazy?
You know what I haven't done in a long time.
What?
Um,
Bro, they were reaching out to me to play test. That's how good I was. I was making money playing FIFA. Now I feel like if I go back on the game,
did
I'm gonna
life
get
feel
destroyed.
better after you stopped playing?
Honestly, it felt better for like a couple months. And then I started having withdrawals.
Interesting.
But then I never went back because like it's like I felt like the pressure to like stay good and like be at that level, it's too much. My life was going way too other like way too many other directions for me to dedicate that amount of time to FIFA. Because like you can't just play that game casually. You gotta dedicate like a lot of time to it.
Well, if you like, that sound.
It's the microwave,
Oh, why is it doing that?
babe.
Put a battery in the battery back.
But like yeah, so I had to dedicate way too much time to it, and I couldn't. I could not.
Well, why don't you just dedicate time to it? Just kidding.
No.
Don't do that.
No, my
Don't fall
mental
back on
health.
them.
You know my mental health. How my mental health was when I was playing FIFA, and it's like yeah, But I do miss being good at it though. I miss being good at something. I was really good.
I just keep that in Call of Duty. Like when
I
I
was
feel like I need to be good at a game, I just keep playing Call of Duty.
I was really fucking good. Like and like, oh man.
And I'm not even that great at Call of Duty. I'm good, but like not like one of those niggas that play
When I
world
reached
championship shit.
when I reached the elite division, I had never done something like that in my life, and it was like, yo,
You
I'm
did that
here.
shit.
And I got my ass handed to me by the elite players because they're a different type of like.
Well, they know life
They
itself.
don't have a job. They just do this all.
See,
day.
that's the thing. You can't like when you say, "Are you good at a game?" Like, are you employed or unemployed? Good at a game? Because there's a difference.
There really is a difference.
Like when I was unemployed, I beat the shit out of anybody in Ninja Storm.
No, when my prime gaming years from like 2016 to like before college started, bro. There's not something you can Storm 4 fighters.
Listen, that was college years for me.
I said pre-college, so like late high school.
Pre-college? Yeah.
Late high school.
But I wasn't playing like Storm. I was no Clash of Ninjas. Niggas couldn't touch me. Anybody pull up Clash of Ninjas? That shit was my shit.
Pre-high school, man. Oh my god. No, sorry, pre-college. I was untouchable in so many games, bro. That's when I won that Storm 4 tournament. That's like the peak of my gaming career, is winning Storm 4 freaking tournament and shitting on people on IRL, like going to like a tournament like in real life. That was very cool.
That's pretty cool.
That
I
was
never
really
did
cool.
tournaments.
Like and seeing how overconfident some people were. At first, I'm the type of person whenever I go to like compete somewhere, right? I don't. I feel like when I compete, I'm cocky. So before before I show my cockiness, I gauge the level of everybody. Once I know I'm the best there, it's over.
So basically, you're just Gojo.
Well, Gojo doesn't do that.
He just walks around.
He just walks in the room like, I'm the best, even if he doesn't know that he's the best. I'm the opposite. I gauge first. Once I know that I'm the best, yeah, you're gonna hear that I'm the best. Like, I mean, you seen when what's the game? Sparking Zero first came out. I made Al go home. He was so upset. He was so upset, bro.
Listen.
Oh my god.
We can run Sparking back anytime.
No, if we run Sparking back right now, I can't touch none of you.
What do you mean? I haven't played it either.
I haven't played it in months.
It'll all be based.
since the first month it came out, I haven't played that game.
Me neither.
I don't even remember how the control.
Me neither. It'll be based.
I don't even remember the controls, bro. Nah, no, I remember. You know what's funny? One thing that okay, maybe I might have gone too crazy when I was younger playing video games, right? Al was like, "Oh, yeah, you should get on Black Ops 3. Wait, it's Black Ops 6 now, right?"
Yeah.
It was like, "Yeah, I should get on Black Ops 6, right?" And I'm like, "Okay." And then we started playing Black Ops 6, and we at the top of the leaderboard, and he's like, "Oh, how many kills you got? Oh, I got 54. You like, oh, I got 50 something." And he's like, "Oh, so y'all good?" And I'm like, "What you mean y'all good? You don't play like this?" Then we started scoring. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Now Call of Duty, I could always play.
I may have no life Call of Duty, bro.
Nah,
No.
nah. Don't talk to me about Call
Oh my
of
god,
Duty.
yo,
Especially since I was really only in it for zombies. I wouldn't really even touch multiplayer like that.
yo.
But once I got to multiplayer,
When I
niggas knew.
I first got into Call of Duty in 2014 when my stepdad bought me like a PlayStation 3,
Mm.
and like I never really heard of Call of Duty. I never really like played it, and I remember I went to the GameStop with my mom. She doesn't know anything about rated R or anything like that at the time, right? So I'm like, "Oh,
So
this
you got a
looks
nice
cool."
quick one in.
So she got me Modern Warfare 3.
Oh, you played Modern Warfare 3.
That was my first Call of Duty ever.
You weren't there for M2.
I wasn't. I eventually
You
went
went back, but
yeah,
you weren't there.
I wasn't
for
there.
M2.
But I was there for Modern Warfare
and I wasn't
3.
even. I didn't even care for M2. I was a Black Ops fan.
Once I got Modern Warfare 3, I was hooked, bro. Multiplayer?
Nah, Modern Warfare 3 I liked.
Oh my god. But I sucked at the time. I was bad. Like I
really liked the Spec Ops.
because I wasn't really playing first person shooters like that. So I sucked ass, but I was like I still like the game, so I kept going back. I would spend hours and hours playing it in that room. After school, I'll come home, play it, no life it.
That was me, Black Ops 1.
Oh my god, I played the crap out of Modern Warfare 3.
Zombies was my shit.
And then I moved, and my friend here in Jersey, he had Black Ops 2. And I'm like, I want to try Black Ops 2. I never played Black Ops 2 at the time. But on YouTube I watch videos, and the theme song for Black Ops 2 when you're in the menu, it's like
I don't remember
the
2's
theme song just
menu.
grabbed me for some reason. But like
I
never
two
played.
like that.
So I was like, all right. And then the MP5 in that game, the sound with the suppressor, whenever I would watch YouTube videos, people play, I'm like, yo, that sounds so cool to me. I want to play that game. So he let me borrow it. I no life there for like 3 days because he let me borrow it. Max freaking level, unlock all the guns that I want. And I'm like, yo, should I give this back? So I asked him, can I keep it for a little while? And he let me keep it. And I played until I gave it back. But yeah, that was that. And then I built my first PC like a year after that. Then Black Ops 3 came out. So Black Ops 3 came out like a couple months after I built my first PC. I no life the crap out of Black Ops 3. And then here and there, I will go back for Modern Warfare 2 because I had a PC at the time now, so I could just play whatever. So I'll go back to Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1.
I didn't play 3 when it initially came out. I wasn't like, I got 3, but I didn't play that much because, like, for me, with Call of Duty, I was just there for zombies. I just dabble in multiplayer because everyone was playing multiplayer. But when I tell you that, all right, so you know those niggas who do trick shots?
Yeah.
Those really good people?
Yeah.
My homie in high school.
He was into that?
No, he was able to beat anybody. No. When I say if you 1v1'd him, he'll fuck you up.
Wow.
Like, you'll be chilling, you see him do, you're dead. You're dead. So I had to play that nigga every time I played with him. So learning from him, I'm just like, yo, I got like, what, a bit of Zenkai boost from that, so I just ran off with that.
Like, another one that I know life was Advanced Warfare. When people...
I think around Black Ops 2, maybe 3 is when I stopped, because I didn't play, I was on the Treyarch side, so when Infinity War dropped something,
so you didn't care? You was...
Advanced Warfare,
honestly,
I didn't really care about all the
growing
other
up,
ones.
I always felt like Treyarch was better than Infinity War. There was no comparison. Black Ops 3, Black Ops 2, even
Black Ops
though
was just better.
even though Modern Warfare 3 was my first, I just had the soft spot for Treyarch games because they felt so arcadey and so much more fun to me.
They're like it's Call of Duty, it's the same thing, but like the feel
There's
of
a
both
feeling,
of
yeah,
them just are different.
you don't understand until you actually play Call of Duty like that.
And I didn't care till the new Modern Warfare came around, and
that's another one that I know life too. I have like so many hours in Modern 2019.
But no, Black Ops, was it 4? I skipped 3, but I played 3. And I really watched the story, but I got 4.
4 had no story.
And
which
4 had
people
no
were mad,
story, and I was like,
about.
all right, this is stupid. I played the zombies for that, but 4 is where the zombie storyline ended. And I was like, oh, okay, damn. Or no, 3 was where it ended, and 4 kind of did some weird shit.
Yeah, they did their own.
And I was just like, the spirit of zombies is kind of gone. Like, where's Richtofen?
Yeah.
And I kind of played 4. Multiplayer was all right. I didn't play because this is around the time where what's it called? Warzone started popping up. But what was the one before it? Blackout.
That's from Blackout is from Black Ops 4, I think.
Is it Blackout? No, is it 3 or no?
Blackout was part of Black Ops 4, I think.
Okay,
that was a mode for Black Ops 4.
Whatever Blackout, like that was before Warzone. I played Blackout. I was like, oh, Blackout, it was fun. I didn't care for it. Then Warzone dropped. I never played Warzone. I didn't jump into it when everyone was Gulag, all that. I was like, that's cool. God.
I jumped in.
I was never a part of it.
I played Warzone when it first dropped, but then I played like casually, I was like, this is cool, but it's not really for me. I'm just a multiplayer type of guy, grinding my guns to gold. Like, that was just my thing. So Battle Royale wasn't really like, on my radar. I will hop in here and there when people want to play like Warzone. Like, oh, I'll carry you to get a win. Okay, I'm like, okay, sure. Let me just get a win for the experience, But I was never really a Warzone player.
I wasn't either. And then I think Modern Warfare, either Modern Warfare 1 or 2, I just decided, all right, I think I had got it in it. No, I had just got Modern Warfare because I was like, why not? Let me get back into Call of Duty. And I started playing Warzone. And I was like, oh, shit, Warzone's fun. So I started just ripping Warzone like crazy. And I was just like, yo, this is fun. Yeah. Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, I got Modern Warfare 2. And then I think I skipped 3. I skipped 3 and went to Black Ops 6.
That brings me to ask you, what's your first gaming memory?
My first gaming memory?
I remember mine.
It's a good question. Let's welcome back the audience first while I think about that. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of CJ Unmuted.
You guys can answer that question in the comments as well.
What's your first gaming memory?
But yeah. You want me to go with mine first?
This is the intro. And we're back. My first gaming memory, I want to say it's either Mario on a computer.
On a computer?
Yeah. There was this computer we had a long time. Like, I forgot how it did it, but like we had like the original Mario Brothers on it somehow. I forgot, but I would be able to play it here and there as a kid. But like my first gaming console was the PlayStation 1. And the only game I remember is Spyro and Punky Skunk.
That's what like you were playing at the time?
Yeah. Oh, the Nintendo DS, I guess. Sonic Advance. Goated.
Wait.
Game Boy Color. Game Boy Color.
You had the Game Boy Color.
Game Boy Color. I forgot what I played on there. Might have been Pokemon.
So your first console was a PS1?
First console.
But you had like a handheld?
Game Boy Color.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were playing Pokemon there?
I don't remember what I was playing on that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I literally don't remember.
Like it's hard because I asked that question and then my first game memory. I had this friend back in Ivory Coast. I forgot his name. We were so young. He had a PlayStation 2 at his house, and like I was like, there's another story there because like his cousin kind of did something. That's a whole story.
I don't know what that's to do with it.
But like, anyways, he had a PlayStation 2 at his house, and me and the other couple of friends used to go to his house to play Tekken and Ratchet and Clank, and he also had a Game Boy. So he was the guy that had all the gaming shit. He had the Game Boy and a PlayStation 2. So we always at his house playing games like on his TV and on his Game Boy. And that prompted me to ask my mom for like I want a console. I want a PlayStation 2 as well. And then the Christmas of that year, my mom got me a bootleg PlayStation 2. Yo, okay, on Christmas, I was so excited because the box, you know how like those scammers or Chinese scammers, like they fake the box to make it real? Yo, you don't understand, bro. You don't understand. I think my mom got scammed because she doesn't know anything about gaming. So I think she thought she bought me a PlayStation 2.
Oh, then it was just like.
But it was one of those fake ones where they loaded up with like hell of Nintendo games.
That's hilarious.
You know what?
I know exactly what you mean. That's
God. So it's Christmas morning. I wake up, right? I go into the tree. I see this big ass box. I'm like, yo, let's go. Yo, my mom is goated. Yo, she's the goat.
Bro thought he was getting
I opened the box. It says PS2. All the branding, all the Sony branding. You see Tekken on the box. It says, oh, Tekken included with this. You see all the advertisement. I lose my shit, bro. I'm so excited. I'm hugging up my mom. Like, happy as fuck. Open that box. I'm like, this looks weird. This doesn't look like... I'm like, this doesn't look like my first PlayStation 2.
Wait a minute.
Maybe it's a different edition. Maybe it's a different version. Let me just plug it in. I plug it in. This shit says retro some shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this, bro? Yo, I'm like 8 years old, 7 years old, right? And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? This does not look like a PlayStation. Why does my shit say I have to push a cartridge in? These PS2s have CDs. Yo, and then they came with a bunch of cartridges with like Super Nintendo games, like Mario and like all those shit. And I'm like, yo, this does not look like a PlayStation.
This is not a PS2.
This is not a PS2, bro. I was so sad, bro. After that, like I felt like I got bamboozled, bro. I was so freaking sad. Like damn, and I told my mom, this is not a PS2. She's like, this is not a PS2. And I'm like, no, it's not.
She got scammed.
But I was so sad because like I thought I finally had what I wanted. Like do you understand the disappointment? Like
I understand.
Getting a fake PS2 when you've been waiting this whole year.
Damn.
Like I was distraught, man. I was like, dang.
She got scammed.
She did get scammed, but like at the same time, it's Christmas. I gotta be grateful, right? So I mean, I play with it, you know.
I mean, did you at least get to play some games?
I mean, I did. It was loaded up with the old Mario games, the Super Nintendo Mario games.
I feel you. Yeah.
So I played that, but like, it's not Tekken, it's not Ratchet and Clank, it's not God of War. And now I go to my friend's house and they're playing Tekken, they're playing freaking God of War, all the shit that I want to play, and I can't play it because I have a fake PS2. I have a fake fucking PS2. But I ended up like keeping it for a long time until the next year Christmas. I was alright. Last year, I got bamboozled.
Christmas,
I got bamboozled. I got bamboozled for PlayStation 2. So let me ask for something smaller that you can't fuck up. Like you can't fuck up a Game Boy. Like
I mean,
you can't fuck up a Game Boy.
I mean,
so I asked for a Game Boy that Christmas Day. I got nothing. I was like, oh, dang. My mom was like, oh, I think she told me a couple of days before Christmas. She's like, yeah, I can't afford a Game Boy, man. Like, you're not getting that this year. I was like, damn, okay. She was like, you'll get whatever you get on Christmas. Christmas Day came, nothing. I woke up, there was nothing for me under the tree, blah, blah. So I'm like, all right, I guess my mom doesn't have money this year. It's all right, you know?
Yeah.
And then around like 1 p.m., my uncle comes home with a fucking box. And it's a fucking Game Boy SP, bro. I got so excited. I'm like, Mom, didn't you tell me you wasn't getting me nothing? She was like, here you go. I was so happy as fuck. I was, because you wake up in the morning, you don't expect anything because you think Christmas is canceled for you this year. And you get the exact thing you asked for. Bro, she got me a Game Boy Advance SP with Dragon Ball Taiketsu, even though that game is ass. Remember?
I didn't get that one.
You never get?
No.
All right. it's the worst Dragon Ball Z ever made. But at the time I'm a kid, it's Dragon Ball
It's
Z.
Dragon
I
Ball
watched
Z.
this shit. I got Taiketsu.
Gotta play it.
I'm fucking hyped, bro.
No,
And then a bunch of my friends had like Game Boys, so we exchanged cartridges. They had Pokemon, like a bunch of Mario games, Sonic
Yeah.
Advance. Like, you know, you just exchange games and stuff like that. So I was happy as hell, bro. I didn't get anything else that Christmas, but I got exactly what I
But you
wanted.
got the Game Boy.
I got a Game Boy, and I played that shit for
I remember
years.
when I got my Game Boy SP, I was like, yo, this shit is.
No, right?
Like, I was playing Sonic Advance all
Oh
the
my
time.
God.
I had Pokemon Red, I think. My Blaziken was immortal.
Like sometimes, talk about this unlocks core memories I completely freaking forgot about of growing up. But like, yeah, and then the next couple years after that, I was like, it's finally time to ask for like something from like Sony. Cause I'm like, all right, this whole year I'm gonna get the best grades. I'm gonna like be top, like, cause in my country, they rank you in like, every like every like I want to call it semester, but it's not really so. But every like 3 months, you guys do tests, and then you get ranked from 1 to like however many people are in the class.
The district wise or just class wise?
No, in the class, in your class.
Okay.
So my mom was be like, all right, you gotta push to be in the top 3 for this entire year. Like, if you really want what you want for Christmas. So my ass was like, yo, I got super competitive. I'm like, I'm gonna be in the top 3 consistently this whole year because I want my freaking PSP. First quarter come, I was first. Second quarter come, I was third. Third quarter come, I was first. I'm like, it's time. I'm getting my PSP, and I did get my PSP on that Christmas.
Nice.
But like, she bamboozled me again. She was like, yeah, I don't have money. She did that trick. She always pulled that.
You got
trick.
caught lacking again.
Like, oh, yeah, this year, I don't think I can afford that PSP thing. Oh, all right. Christmas Day come later on the day. My uncle again comes home with my PSP. I'm like, all right, thank you. I had Ben 10 on that. Ben 10 Alien Force. That was my first PSP game.
I don't know what I got for the PSP because my cousin had got one first, and then I was like, all right, I want a PSP. I gotta get one. However, and what games did I play? I don't remember what games I played on PSP. I know I played Sonic Rivals. I was usually just trying to find the next Sonic game. I was just
you was going through your Sonic upset.
Yo, as a kid, I just played Sonic games. I played Grand Theft Auto. Oh, I played Grand Theft Auto on it. I think I played a Spider-Man game.
I played those too. Man,
the PlayStation Portable was
my PSP
ahead of its time.
Was my first introduction to like having a mobile internet connected device. Cause you know how you remember on the PSP you could like browse the internet.
Yeah, true.
You can go on websites. You can download things.
You could do that on the DS.
You can do a lot of things. So like, I used to go to my friends' house. Cause like, at the time in Ivory Coast, at home we didn't have like a modem and internet like that. You had to pay for like a USB thing. They're like, hey, hotspot. If you want an internet at your spot, like
you have to get a hotspot.
You have to get a hotspot that you plug into your computer, and it gets charged by like the data amount that you use. So that's the internet that we had at home. So it was very limited. My mom wouldn't let me use that constantly. My friend's house, in comparison, they had Wi-Fi. They were a little richer, so they had just Wi-Fi. So they just had internet completely right. So I used to be at their house all the fucking time, man, with my PSP, and I learned how to hack PSPs.
Oh, nice.
So me and my friends got into hacking. So I hacked my PSP. My friends at the time, they had a Wii. Keep in mind, I'm like 11. I'm already learning how to hack freaking PSPs. So like,
what you gotta do.
Because I
wasn't like computer learning anything.
I'm like, yo, my mom is not gonna buy me more fucking games. Like, I'm done playing these games. Not that many people that I know have PSPs. So if I want to play,
how can we get on that Pirate Bay and get those
those
games?
If I want to play more games, I'm gonna have to get it out the mud. So, I was like, all right. So I have 2 options here. I either hack this console or I go steal money. So like, I rather just hack the console. So I learned how to hack my PSP. So like, I used to download hella games at their house. Like, even the internet was so slow. Like 2 gig game would take like fucking 7 hours or something like that to fucking download. So in the meantime, we just be playing soccer, like just hanging
Just like,
out.
yo, go charge that up for the next game. Let's go fuck around.
We just go, we hang out, watch TV, watch anime. But they also had the Wii. So like we used to entertain ourselves with their Wii, and then eventually we learned how to hack their Wii. So we hacked their Wii and like, got them free games. Yo,
Nice.
these memories are just coming back like crazy.
I remember I had a Wii and it disappeared.
Somebody stole it?
No, I don't know. It just disappeared. I got an Xbox,
You gotta plug that shit in.
and
The charger is down there. Don't pause it. You can.
why are you
All right, go ahead.
taking away?
It's gonna die.
If it dies, it dies.
And then corrupt our footage. No, thank you.
We need another topic.
Anyways, keep going.
I don't know. I had a Wii. It disappeared, but I didn't. I mean, I wanted the Wii because it was like the GameCube upgrade.
It was a minimal upgrade though,
But like,
because the
I was
Wii wasn't that much powerful than the GameCube.
I didn't
They
care.
just added the motion stuff.
I didn't care about all that. I just wanted to make sure I could play my GameCube games and whatever Wii games that came out. Because Mario Double Dash on the game, first of all, the GameCube goated.
Mm-hmm.
Double Dash, Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic Adventure 2. What else? 007.
Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Galaxy 2.
No,
Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 were the go.
I remember Galaxy because I had another friend that had it
Galaxy
at his house.
goated.
And I remember one time he was like, "Oh, I have a Wii. Let's go to my house." We went to his house. He put Mario Galaxy 2. Oh no, Mario Galaxy 1. I was like, "Yo, this game is crazy. I need this right now."
Especially coming off playing. I played Super Mario 64 on, I forgot what it was. The one you blow in the cartridge.
The Nintendo 64.
64. Yeah, I played I played it on the Nintendo 64. Because when we went to the Poconos, there'd be one there, and then I just play that all day. So I played 64, and I was like, "This is great 3D Mario," but I'd also play 2D Mario. But then when Galaxy dropped, I was like, "This is the best."
And you're a little older, so you went through. My experience with gaming started with the PlayStation 2. So you had the Nintendo 64. You had PS1. You had the Nintendo 64. Dreamcast. I wasn't around for that. Like that. Yeah. By the time I came into gaming, all that shit was really already obsolete. Yeah. It was. I was in the PS2 era.
I mean, yeah, true.
Yeah, but eventually went back because of my PSP. When I hacked my PSP, I was able to add emulators to my PSP. The PSP could play Nintendo 64 games, could play PS1 games, it could play some Dreamcast games. So I went back and played some of those games.
Jet Set Radio Future.
I remember people were hyping that up too.
Nah, that was one of the best games I've ever played when I was a kid. And I still have it because I have an emulator on my computer. So I'm just like, yo, let's just go it. And I know it came out with a spiritual successor.
I spent a lot of so in my country we have these video game shacks where you would go pay a couple money, a bunch of money to play whatever game they have. They will usually have Pro Evolution Soccer. It's before FIFA took over. Pro Evolution Soccer was the soccer game, so they will have that. They will have Dragon Ball 10, Tenkaichi 3. They will have Naruto Ultimate Ninja 5, all those old Naruto games on the PS2.
Ultimate Ninja.
Yeah, they had all of that. So
don't remind me these Tenkaichi and Ultimate Ninja.
You pay $1. I'm converting my country's currency here, but you pay $1 to play a couple matches, and if you want to keep playing, you gotta pay more. You know what I mean? So I used to go there whenever I used to go on vacation in the summer at my grandparents' house. That's where I would go at the video game shacks, because they had more of those in their area. So I would go. I'll ask my grandma for money. Yo, can I get $1 or two? She'd give me money and I would just go play video games. But I eventually found a cheat to play more. So I told you about the soccer game, Pro Evolution Soccer, right? if they had this system where like you can play against somebody else, you guys can play at the same time, and if you're good enough and you beat that person, you can keep playing.
Oh, so you just play.
So my ass was like, all right, I gotta get good at Pro Evolution Soccer because I don't have no money to keep playing for these people.
So you just beat everybody.
So I just beat everybody and stay there. And even I would do wager matches too. Me and some people would bet money. I'm like, I bet this amount that I can beat you, and we'll just spud the money into like the owner's hand, and then play. And then when we win, the owner will give the money to the winner. It will create so much chaos. People got into fights. Like it was crazy.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's actually
it was crazy.
hilarious.
I almost got my ass beat once because
you're better than niggas.
Because I'm cocky too. When I'm winning, I'm like, yo, you
Talking
start
shit.
talking mad shit, mad shit. And then this kid got so upset. He got so pissed. After I won, he hit me. We got into a fight. It was then the owner threw us both out. It was crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah, but. Oh man, I'm unlocking core memories that I haven't thought about in so fucking long. You don't understand.
Welcome to this episode where we're just talking about core memories.
Holy shit.
This is the gaming episode.
These memories have been buried deep somewhere that I haven't accessed in so long.
I'm trying to think my favorite games back then. I don't know. I think I've played every console up till. No, I played every console.
One of my favorite games of all time that I finished was God of War Ghost of Sparta on the PSP.
I never got into God of War.
Really?
I never played it. I know about it, but I never got into it.
It was one of the games that came with my PSP when my mom bought it. So I played the crap out of that game.
That's what came with my Jet Set Radio Future is the game that and this car game.
Taxi?
No, it was a different car game. But what is Taxi?
Taxi's on the Dreamcast.
No. This came with the PS2, I believe. No, Xbox. The Xbox.
So you have all the consoles.
Your
parents really they spoiled the fuck out of you.
Listen, I played every game.
Oh my gosh, them lucky ass.
Listen, my grades were great, but but I always got an F for behavior. At least in elementary school. But the Xbox had the Jet Set Radio Future and this game, and I was just play that the whole time. I got the Hobbit, but I just never touched it. Played it once. And
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. The PS2. I didn't get till later, but the Game Boy Advance, right? Not the Advance, the SP.
Yeah.
So you know how you could play multiplayer, but you had to get that connector.
That cable. Oh my god.
So me and my cousin.
Imagine being in a third world country trying to find somebody that has that cable. Yeah. That was especially to transfer Pokemons. Oh, nightmare.
My cousin would be at whatever. It was not summer school, but it was this camp we were at, and during break, we were yo, get the cable. We're about to play Sonic Advance 2 together. We were we can finally play.
Yo, looking for somebody with that cable was a nightmare. I had a friend that had one, but he lived on the other side of fucking West Bubblefuck, and I was a kid at the time, so I had to walk all the way to his house. Oh, there's another story.
Right. I have a funny story after you.
I have a very funny story right now too. So, my mom.
We're just talking about shit today.
My mom strictly forbade me to give my Game Boy away to somebody to keep for the night or whatever. Strictly forbade me of doing that. Which is understandable now because people can steal your shit, right?
Yeah.
So me and my friend had made a deal. Oh, I'm gonna let you use my Game Boy for 2 nights, and then in return, you're gonna let me borrow one of your games, your Pokemon games, for a week or whatever. So I gave him my Game Boy for 2 nights, and I guess my mom had noticed the habit that whenever I'll come home at night, my unwind process was shower, eat, do some homework, and then in bed I was just playing my Game Boy a little bit, right? That night, for some reason, she noticed that I wasn't playing my Game Boy, and then she asked me about it. keep in mind, it's like freaking 9 p.m. at night, right? Keep in mind, she's like, "Why are you not playing your Game Boy?" And my ass is like, "I just don't want to." I
don't want to. Just not today, man.
I don't want to.
This
Like,
thing I play every
why
night
are you
now.
asking me
Why
that?
It's just,
She's like, okay, since you don't want to, go get it and let me keep it safe for the night. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, what you mean keep it? My mom never asked for my fucking Game Boy. And I'm like, yo, why you asking me that today? You never care. Why the fuck you care today? So I'm like, it's charging somewhere. I'm making up excuses at this point. She's like, oh, okay, let me see where it's at. So I think she found out that I was fucking lying. I don't know how this lady knew that I was. I don't know. But she was like, if you don't go get this Game Boy right now, I'm gonna beat your ass, bro. Keep in mind, my friend he lives like on the other side of the north side in the dangerous area. It's nighttime. And now I'm struggling to like, oh shit, what do I do? Do I tell her the truth? Or do I actually go get my fucking Game Boy right now? And then I eventually was like, oh, I left it at my friend's house. I forgot. It's charging there. I'll be back real quick to go get it. My ass ran, bro, across town. I ran, bro. I was so scared because the area that my friend lives in, there's no lights. There's no fucking lights. It's a third world country. There's no fucking lights. It's dark as fuck. I'm scared. It's the middle of the night. I sprint over there, and like he lives like at the bottom of like a fucking cliff. There's no road to get down there. It's like it's a weird he lives in like a fucking very rural area. There's no road to get down there. You kind of have to climb down. It's the middle of the night, bro. I'm climbing down that shit. I knock on his door. His mom opened the door. She said, "What the fuck are you doing here?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm here to speak to Boris." His name was Boris. And I told him, like, Boris, I gotta get my Game Boy that night, bro. I gotta get it back. My mom is tripping. So he gives it to me. I run all the way back home. My mom was like, "You told me it was down the street. Why you took that long?" I took like an hour to go back and forth. Like, why you took it long? I'm like, oh, nothing. I was just talking again, making excuses and shit. And then I escaped an ass beating that night, bro. That shit was crazy.
That's the heist of the century.
I'm telling you, I was hauling ass.
Having to run that far back.
I was hauling ass because my ass was scared of my mom beating my ass, scared of getting kidnapped or some shit.
Yeah.
Like that night, yo, that shit was funny. To this day, I still don't know why she asked me about that Game Boy. She never gives a fuck. Why are you asking me about it tonight? That was funny as fuck.
That is hilarious.
After that, Boris never made a deal with me because I couldn't hold up a bargain. That was funny.
I don't know if it's just that funny, but
oh my god.
Back in elementary school, I don't know, maybe third, fourth grade, but I had a GameCube. And my homie had a GameCube. We would talk about games all the time. But he's like, I don't have a memory card. And I'm like, I'm the only one in school with a memory card. So he's like, yo, can I borrow your memory card so I don't have to keep replaying it? I'm like, all right, fine, you can borrow it. Few days go by, like a week goes by. Like, I'm like, bro, I need the memory card. He's like, all right, I'll bring it back tomorrow. Same excuse every time. I'll bring it back tomorrow. I'm like, my nigga, where is my memory card? He's like, I'll bring it tomorrow. I'm like, nah, don't worry about that. Let's go.
Let's go get it today.
I pulled up to this nigga's house. I knocked on his door. I said, where's my memory card?
Bro's trying to play you. He's trying to keep that shit forever.
I was like, you better hand this memory card over right now.
Oh my god.
He gave it to me and I was like, all right, nigga.
Bro was really trying to keep your memory card, bro. That is crazy.
Which I get, but I'm like, nigga, I said you could use it. You can't have it.
Like, that's freaking insane. I remember one time I stole money to go play video games. Oh my god. I got the worst ass whooping I ever got in my life that day, bro. So it's the morning. It's like a Saturday morning. It's summertime. I'm supposed to go to my grandparents' house. It's like spend the day there. So my mom leaves some money to the nanny that takes care of us. Because the nanny was gonna take us to my grandma's house. My mom was about to go somewhere. I don't know where. So she leaves some money to the nanny. I see where she leaves the money. my ass for
I
some
think you
reason
told me this story.
For some reason, my ass was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just take the money." Like I don't know what the fuck went through my mind, but I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna just take the money. Like it's no big deal."
Yeah.
So I take the money. I go to my grandparents' house, spend it all on video games that day. Go to the video game shacks, play games there. My mom comes home, asks about the money to the nanny. The nanny is like, "What money?" Because she didn't see that,
Yeah.
And I know the whole thing. I know what happened, but I'm scared at this point because my mom gets heated. The nanny's like, "What money?" And my mom's like, "The money that I left on the TV." He's like, "I didn't see no money there." And my mom didn't suspect that I took the money. So it was a back and forth between her and the nanny. And then eventually she fired the nanny. The nanny started crying and shit. The whole time I'm in the corner watching the whole thing happen, knowing that I took the money. And for some reason, I don't say shit. I'm just sitting there like, damn, my mom is mad right now. I'm going to get my ass whooped if I speak up. So I guess I was so stupid. To protect myself, I just didn't say shit until the next day when the nanny already got fired or whatever. My grandma had to come and take care of us. And I felt guilty about it. And I told my grandma, I'm like, "Grandma, I took the money." She's like, "You took the money?" I'm like, "Yeah, I took the money." She's like, "You got to tell your mom." I'm like, can you tell her for me?
Like, can you do it?
She was like, "No, you got to do it. You got to own up to it."
You got to hide under the grandma.
By that time, it's already Monday. My mom went to work and she came back, right? That night, bro, my heart was pounding out of my chest, bro. My heart was pounding. Keep in mind, I'm like 8 years old, right? My heart was pounding crazy. So I'm like, "Mom, I got something to tell you." She's like, "What?" She's like, I'm the one that took the money." Keep in mind, my mom already spazzed out on the nanny, fired her. I saw my mom's eyes go from light to red, bro. Yo, I'm telling you, that night, she beat my ass so bad. Bro, beat my ass. So, first of all, she beat me with the fucking TV stick, like the TV antenna. She beat me with that shit. That wasn't enough. She stripped me naked, used a belt, beat me with that shit again. That wasn't enough. She grinded pepper. She grounded pepper, covered my whole body in pepper, locked me in the fucking bathroom, hot bathroom, locked me in there for me to feel the heat on my skin, bro. And I stayed there for like 2 hours until my grandma was like, "Yo, that's enough. You already you did a number on this kid. He's like, he learned his lesson."
I think there's a limit there.
And then my punishment for the next day, she's like, "Yo, nobody feeds this guy until I come home." So obviously my grandma was like, my grandma fed me, but she's like, "Don't tell your mom when she comes home." So, but yeah, she did want me to eat the next day too, yo. That was the worst ass whooping I ever got.
I can see where your anxiety comes from.
After that day, I never stole money ever again. Never touched somebody's money. Never looked at somebody's money. Never even thought about it, bro. I learned my lesson real quick after that. And then my mom called the nanny and apologized and like offered a job back and stuff like that. So
I have a
but
that's
like,
crazy.
that shit, that was terrible.
I have a similar story with stealing and shit. But me and my mom went to at Marshall's, and you know those things on the hangers that show the size. I found a bunch of them, so I just took them.
Why?
Because I was just playing with them. I just run around the store and just start playing with shit. I'm in the toy section doing shit, but I take those because I was like, I can't take these toys, even though they're ripped open. But I'll take these because nobody gives a fuck about these. I get home, I'm playing with them. He's like, "Where'd you get these from?" I was like, "I took them from the store. No one cared." Because I was like, the alarm didn't go off, so these are clearly free game. My mom took the belt. And it's crazy because my mom wasn't the one that usually hit me.
Yeah.
It was my dad. When she
when she whooped your ass, you felt it. You fucking felt that shit.
And
yo,
I was like, all right, yeah, I'll just never steal again.
No, growing like before my mom and my dad got a divorce, right? My dad was the type that would just look at you in disappointment. He would not he would not hit you. He wouldn't even say anything. He would just look at you. You give me that look. My mom was a disciplinarian. She was the one that would whoop my ass. But my dad would just be like, dang, he would give you that look. I'm disappointed in you type shit for doing this stupid shit that you did. But like my mom, she did not play around.
I mean, I got both.
Oh my God.
I got both. I got the beating, then the disappointment.
My mom would beat my ass and then act like I'm her best friend after that. Like, bro, get the fuck out of my face, bro. That night she beat my ass so bad and like all that shit. And the next day she came home with like fucking gifts, with fucking food that I like. Yo, trying to sweet talk me. I was not trying to talk to that lady, bro. You just traumatized me for the rest of my fucking life.
No,
and you're trying to act like I'm your best friend. Get the fuck out of my face.
Every time I get in trouble, I get in trouble with my ass beat. Like that, he's chilling like nothing happened. I'm like, what are you talking about? Everything's all good out of nowhere.
Yo, it's the craziest thing, bro.
Yo, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like nothing happened.
My mom would viciously beat my ass, and then 10 minutes later, yo, come here, sweetie. You want to eat something? You want to do something? You want to like, bro? Did you see how you were beating my ass a couple minutes ago? Oh my God, bro.
I'd hate when I just be in trouble, but then like I'd get in trouble, blah blah blah, and then normal talking goes back. I'm like, bro, what's going on? What do you mean?
What do you mean? Oh, did you ever have the delayed ass whooping? When you when you know
it's coming,
but you don't know when it's coming. That is the worst.
You get
thing,
home, you know shit's about to go down, but you're just stuck there in anxiety.
That's the worst level of anxiety ever. No. I remember this one time I got in trouble, right? My mom was like, I'm gonna beat your ass when we get home, right? So
you get home?
We get home, nothing happens. She's normal. She's normal, bro. She's literally normal. Like, we eating, we chilling, we laughing, I'm joking around, I'm watching TV and shit like that. And then random time of the night, like 9 p.m. before bed, she calls me to her room, like, Gene, come here. Unsuspected. I'm like, oh, she just called me to talk to me or something like that. I go into the room, bro. Oh my God. I get my ass whooped. Then straight to bed, bro.
Hand out.
That sleep after getting your ass whooped is the best sleep ever. No, it's really the best sleep ever after getting your ass whooped, bro.
Nah, I just sit there and just
bro,
cry and just
you cry until that sleep
fall asleep.
That sleep hits like crack, bro. Like it's the best sleep ever.
Nah, the one of the unique ones. You ever had to hold the book?
Oh yes, those weird punishments things.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro.
You just sit there and hold that textbook.
But that wasn't punishment done to me by my mom. In my country, like in school, teachers are allowed to beat kids if you like mess up about stuff like that. I don't know about it now. I don't
bring it back to the education system. Maybe
like you're allowed to get licks and get hit and stuff like that. For example, when we had to memorize our times table, the teacher would assign a letter a number. You have to memorize the 9 table. So you have to go home and memorize it, and then the next day you have to recite it in front of the class without making any mistakes. If you make a mistake, you gotta stay in the corner.
Wop.
There was different type of discipline. You have to stay in the corner and hold the books or whatever, or you have to get licks in your palm. You got hit in your palm with like a stick, and it's not like a small. It was just niggas will go crazy on your fucking hand.
Damn.
Niggas did not play, or you get hit on your butt. And it was just with like a stick, yo. When I think about this shit, I'm like, yo, this is low-key child abuse, but it worked because I memorized all that shit.
It's like borderline of it's child abuse, but it's like
it motivated me to always be in the top 3 because I did not want to get fucking beat, bro. So it motivated me to be a good student. And
I just don't think like violence should be the motivation.
I know it's fucked up,
but it works.
It works.
It's effective.
I was not complaining after that.
Listen, I used to get beat for coming home with my clothes dirty.
Oh, Especially if your mom tell you, "Yo, these are your good clothes. Don't get them fucked up."
No, I had a uniform,
Mm-hmm.
and anytime I get my uniform dirty, I'd get beat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, "Yo," I'd go to recess and we'd freaking play,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd be like, "Yo, I gotta be on my P's and Q's," and I would think I was on that shit, and then I come up, I was like, "It's still dirty." I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh, yeah, like growing up, yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is the thing with immigrant people because I don't know if like white people get beat like that.
White people did not get beat.
I don't know.
There's a very rare few of them, but the rest of them.
Cause like talking to mostly immigrants, that's when I hear these kind of stories
Yeah.
and have these kind of like similar experiences. But when I talk to other people,
Yeah, in America, if you have immigrant parents, then
they don't.
that just comes with it.
They don't go through that. I'm like, yo, I got beat for a bunch of shit growing up, but I feel like I'm fine now. I don't know.
I'm fine. I watch my brothers, and I'm like, they don't get beat.
That's the crazy thing, right? All my siblings now, bro. I'm looking at them like, y'all don't know what you, what you, okay, y'all didn't suffer through the trenches. Y'all did not get beat.
You did not get beat.
My little sister, the youngest one, the one that's like 8, her whole life, nothing. And she tests them. She tests my parents. She still doesn't get beat. I'm like, oh, interesting. I guess
they get punishments.
they get punishment. I guess they're trying a different approach. I guess I don't know.
Technology taken away is the best.
I have no idea, but
yo, not having my. Remember when I was younger, I had this little TV,
mm-hmm.
and I'd just go to sleep. I don't know where I got it. I don't know if I got it for Christmas or something, but just a little TV in my room. And you could like plug it in and kind of get some cable, but I was like, ooh, because my GameCube would be in the living room when I was living with my dad.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd take the little TV and I'd take my GameCube and I'd just plug it in. I'd be like, shit, I'm playing games all night.
You got found out?
That shit would no.
You never got found out?
Kept that shit secret. I don't know where that TV came from.
A mini TV, huh?
It was like this little box, like tablet style TV, plugged in and everything. The 3 plugs.
That's pretty cool.
And I was like, yo, I'm just on that shit.
Before the days of HDMI, just you know,
just the 3 plugs.
The 3 plug, the red, yellow,
blue,
and white.
Red, yellow, and white.
Oh man,
classic days.
Yo, those core memories are like CRT TVs, man, with the freaking lines going through.
Yeah.
The buzz noise. Shh. Ah. Dang. Oh, one other thing I remember. My mom got me one of the greatest gifts ever, right? It was one Christmas, 2000. It was Christmas 2005. Naruto was like popping off. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
We just gotten cable. My mom just got a cable for me, right? My friend recently recently introduced me to Naruto.
Sorry.
Christmas, without me even asking, my mom gets me a Naruto bike with Naruto designs. Naruto like
nice.
I was the coolest kid in the fucking neighborhood, bro. Yo, keep in mind, I never told this lady that I like Naruto or any of that shit, bro. That Christmas when I saw that Naruto bike, I was so fucking excited, bro. Yo, I used to race that shit around with my friends. I rode the fuck out of that bike until it fucking.
I had 2 bikes got stolen.
You got stolen?
Yeah.
My thing with bike, they wouldn't get like stolen. It was something weird will always happen. Like the wheels will fall off because I would ride it a lot. Wheels will fall off, or like in the first house that I used to live at when I was younger. We had the yard, and I would leave my bike in the yard, and it was fucking. It would rain, so rust would take over.
Oh yeah,
all that kind of stuff. But yeah, but when I had that bike, man, I was like the coolest kid in the freaking. That's when my Naruto obsession started.
I remember my Naruto obsession.
When I was 5 years old.
3rd grade. Me and my homie, her and I would talk about Naruto every episode that dropped. We would just come in. I'm like, it's called Regine. It's Regine. She's like, no, it's Rasengan. I'm like, it's Regine.
Who introduced you to anime?
Toonami.
My aunt actually introduced me to anime. Rest in peace. She passed away. But like when she was in because my aunt when she was younger, she wanted to study in France and stuff like that. And when she went to study in France, DBZ was popping off, like in the 80s.
Oh, like
in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. Sorry, no. Yeah, late 80s, early 90s. DBZ was popping off, and she was in France at that time. She was like a young adult. So she would see it on the TV and stuff like that. So by the time she came back to Ivory Coast, like, I was young, and she's like, oh, you should like watch this on television. It's called Dragon Ball Z. And eventually she put me on, and I watched Dragon Ball Z. I'm like, oh, this is new. And then she introduced me to a whole bunch of other anime like Senseiya, all the old school stuff, like the 90s stuff, Sailor Moon,
stuff, yeah.
Sailor Moon, all that kind of stuff.
I would watch that with Toonami, Adult Swim first before Toonami.
But shout out to the homie though. Hold on, go ahead.
And maybe 4Kids. I guess Pokemon was an anime.
Yeah. Shout out to the homie that introduced me to Naruto, man. I forgot his name. Like oh no, his name was Davis. Yo, when my family moved, I never saw homie again, bro. But me and homie used to hang out all the time. Used to play games all the time. Used to play soccer all the time. He was one day when we was playing, he was like, "Yo, you got cable now, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." You should go on Cartoon Network and watch this thing called Naruto. I'm like, "What is that? What is Naruto?" He's like, "Oh, it comes on at 6:00 every whatever days." I was like, "All right." One day after school, I put the time on. I watched it. I was like, "Oh, this is great! I want more." And I've been hooked ever since. That started a freaking 20-year-old, 20-year-long obsession. That's crazy.
I remember when it first came out on Cartoon Network. It was like the introduction to it. I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I watched that first episode. I'm like, "Yo, I'm locked in."
I got mad.
I'm locked in. There's nothing.
Because in my country,
I remember the days where they had the fucking Naruto, like all of Cartoon Network was blocked out.
Yeah.
Naruto for the whole day. I was like, yo, we are lit.
Give me some food and put me for the TV.
I'm right here all day. Yeah. I'm not going nowhere.
I got upset because in my country, because like we had French cable, so the French channels and the French Cartoon Network took off Naruto. And Shippuden started going.
Haters.
Shippuden started airing on Disney XD, France.
Oh yeah, I remember when they were doing that for a
bit. They moved it to Disney XD France, and the cable package that we had, I did not have Disney XD France, bro. So I couldn't watch Shippuden. So the only time I could watch Shippuden was after school, because right after school I'll come home, try to do my homework as fast as possible, go to my friend's house. And we'll just watch, because they would air it at a certain time, and we'll just watch Shippuden there. Or if I'm lucky, like, do you know people used to bootleg episodes of Shippuden?
Yeah.
So it used to cost what's that current? It used to cost $2 per CDs, and you'll have a bunch of episodes on there. You don't know what arc it is, you don't know what episode you're watching. You just buy the CD, and whatever is on there is on there. And I remember I bought one CD. It was the Itachi versus fucking Sasuke fight. So
that's a great CD to get, though.
But keep in mind.
Oh, but you have no idea, no context.
I have no idea about Shippuden.
Oh, so you just started like that?
It just threw me in. Obviously, I hear spoilers from my friends. Oh, this, that happens. Blah, blah. So I get a little context, but I don't really know what's happening. And then that point, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I put in the CD. I see Sasuke fighting his brother. I'm like, yo, what is going on? So I remember that day specifically. I was at my grandparents' house. It was summer vacation. My grandparents' house didn't have a DVD player. But my grandfather owned an apartment complex. So he had tenants in the complex. So one of the tenants, they had a kid that was like my age or whatever. So whenever I would go spend summer vacation there, me and that kid would always like be best friends. We would hang out all the time. So they had the DVD player. So that day we went to his house, put in the DVD, we started watching. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So the fight ends, Itachi dies, obviously, right? My ass is like, dang, Itachi dies crazy. Like, you know, it hits me like crazy and stuff like that. And then we find out about Itachi's past and stuff like that. And then we get into the Pain against Jiraiya fight. because you know how they're back to back.
Back to back.
I started bawling when that nigga died, bro. Yo, me and my friend, we started bawling because imagine you don't expect anything. You just watching this shit for the first time.
Yeah, because you had no context.
Yo, I had no context. I see my nigga getting killed. I'm like, yo, what is going on? Me and him start bawling, bro. We start bawling. I'm talking about full on bawling. And he was like, why did you show me this? Why did you make me watch this? The guy was like, why you make me watch this? I'm like, I didn't know this was it. So then eventually we bought more CDs and we watched the entire series. Then eventually we like watched it in chronological order until the Danzo against what's his name? Sasuke. Danzo against Sasuke fight. When that nigga Sasuke killed Danzo, I was at my parent. At that time, my grandfather had bought a CD player, so I was watching it at his house. Yo, you don't understand the level of excitement I saw when that nigga died, bro. I was like, bitch ass nigga getting packed up, bro.
Danzo's death was so.
My grandma was like, yo, what is this kid getting excited about?
Like, that nigga Danzo, yo, you know who Danzo is?
Yo, my grandma was like, what is this kid? What is this cartoon shit this nigga getting excited about? Like, all my family members call me Jean-Jacques. Right? Like, Jean-Jacques, what are you watching? I'm like, you don't understand, Grandma. He's dead.
They finally killed him.
He died.
He got his revenge.
She's like, okay, I support you. Just watch. Yo, one thing my grandma did, my grandma spoiled the fuck out of me, bro. Whenever I would get in trouble, yo, this lady
running to my grandmother to hide.
Oh my god.
Protect us.
Yo,
me and my cousin. We would just run them anytime we got in trouble.
My grandma spoiled the fuck out of me. That lady would not let anything happen to me. Whenever I asked for some shit that I wasn't supposed to get, I will always get it. She will always give it to me. Always. She will always make my favorite foods. She will always like pull through. Like, shout out to that lady, man. I gotta call her more often. I feel like we yapped for a long ass time.
I hope you guys enjoyed us yapping about gamers' memories past.
This was not supposed to get into that.
We weren't supposed to talk about any of this. You want to talk about any quick hits before we get off?
Holy shit. When core memories just unlock, you know, you just like you just start yapping. But one thing I wanted to address before we leave. I know this is not related to anything we talked about, but that guy Kanye dropping that World War III song. Last episode we touched on him and his antics, and I
thought it was hilarious.
I listened to the whole song. We listened to the whole song. That shit was like
ass.
That's
a 2-pack of ass.
Like, I think bro is full on trolling now, especially if you read the lyrics and
But I can't really fully because I haven't heard Bully.
I don't even want to check it out after hearing this World.
Everything I hear about it is good. It's just that nobody's, looking for it. That's why.
Yeah. Bro needs to I don't know. Stop.
Listen, like I said, if he drops fire music, I don't care. I mean, granted, I don't care regardless, because all right, he's wilding out. Stop paying attention to him. Stop letting it affect your day-to-day life. People say shit every day. You know what's funny that he did say? Mm-hmm. He said, I talk like everybody else on Twitter. I'm just famous.
No, he doesn't.
Have you not been on Twitter? You haven't been on Twitter?
I've been on Twitter, and he says worse things than most people.
Half the shit I've seen someone on Twitter say.
I don't even want to say some of the lyrics on that song here because we'll get demonetized, but
that song is hilarious.
That song needs to be buried somewhere, and I never want to hear it again.
That song is hilarious. It's just funny as jokes. How can you say I'm this when I'm that?
Bro needs to be stopped.
I'm like, yo,
for real.
He's saying a bunch of nonsense, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people on Twitter saying the same thing. But
I disagree.
He's famous, huh?
I disagree. Bro needs to be stopped at all costs.
Stop doing what? Expressing freedom of speech?
We're not gonna get into that. We're not gonna get into that. But yeah, that's one thing I wanted to address.
No sponsors can stop him.
He doesn't need sponsors. Yeah. Bro, he's rich. He's a billionaire.
I know. So
why would you go to that island?
Why would you go to that island? I know niggas that went to that island. What is he gonna do?
Oh my god, bro!
They're already trying to get at him. He keeps saying he's like they're trying to stop me from saying what I want to say, and I'm just like, yeah, they are, because what he's saying is just
Harmful.
bad, harmful.
Yeah,
I guess so.
he needs to be stopped.
There's a lot of harmful things being said in the world.
All right, man. Anyways, that was my thought about Yay. This episode was kind of, a lot.
Welcome to our gamer. This episode's gonna be called Gamer Memory Unlocked.
Not just gamer, it's just a bunch of memories unlocked. Memories unlocked.
Just started on
memories unlocked.
Memories unlocked.
And we'll be back on Tuesday with more content.
This episode's dropping Tuesday.
Oh, we'll be back on.
We'll be back Friday.
With more content. Like, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe, guys. Next episode's gonna be structured with more topics, but this one was just us chatting
because we chatted about everything that happened before that on the previous episode. So go check that out.
Yeah, make sure you check out the previous episode before this one.
Yeah,
we're dropping twice a week now. Get ready.
All right,
clips are gonna be flooded. Content is gonna be flooded, and there's gonna be a lot of different things. Yeah, I'm not even gonna talk. I'll let y'all niggas just watch that shit. All right, and I'm back on my bullshit. Bomb.
Peace.